afternoon, good evening, good morning. Many people were shocked on Tuesday when they saw the video announcing that the Zimbabwe Zanu PF regime cabinet had discussed the Zimbabwe Constitution Amendment 2026. Mnangagwa himself had sought to reassure the nation that he was not seeking to stay in office beyond 2028, when his second term ends. And that helped them settle. The interesting thing about it is, of course, that these people were being naive to believe him. And so it's not surprising that on the social media, many people have searched back in the archives for the videos where Mnangagwa assured them that he was a constitutionalist and they had no intention of staying beyond 2028. Here is one of those videos.
We have now limited the terms of presidency, just 2 terms, 5 years. If you are able to have 2 terms, then you can, the maximum a person can remain in office are 2 terms. But beyond that, the Constitution forbids.
Do you give a pledge that you will abide by that?
Would like to entrench constitutionalism in Zimbabwe.
But will you abide by the 2 terms that you have introduced? I will abide by that without any iota of resistance at all. Even if the people would love me to the hill, I will still go away because I believe constitutionalism is important. And in fact, you must give your people a chance to have other people come. 10 years is not a short period.
Well. I think many people have been left wondering, so who presided that cabinet meeting? Was it the constitutionalist Mnangagwa or the real demonic Mnangagwa? We should all know by now. Who doesn't give a damn about the Constitution? Who doesn't give a damn about the rights of ordinary citizens? The amount of information out there should have left no one in any doubt that Mnangagwa's promise that he will uphold the Constitution is totally meaningless. Did he uphold the Constitution when he masterminded the 2008 Operation Mavhotera Papi to undermine and deny the people's democratic wish? For the record, here is a reminder of what happened in Operation Mavhotera Papi.
I also know that Mugabe conceded defeat in 2008. He phoned Mbeki and Obasanjo to concede defeat. I hope that Thabo Mbeki and Obasanjo will one day make that public. But one of them, I won't say which one, told me that Mugabe phoned them that Saturday night and said, look, I lost the election and I concede defeat. and I know that Mugabe stuck to his guns, was prepared to go. His wife was since bags packed to go somewhere on the following day, when Mnangagwa and Chiwenga approached him and said, "You stay where you are." And then they contrived the runoff, sadly with the help of South Africa. And runoff took place, very violent. 360 people were killed. The South African, I came here as part of a delegation to Cape Town to see members of the ANC. I don't want to mention names, they're my friends. I saw them, and through them, a cabinet committee subcommittee of South African cabinet was set up on the Zimbabwe issue. It was on the basis of that cabinet committee that South Africa did not recognize the runoff. And indeed, it was the basis of that committee that Thabo sent the generals to South Africa, to Zimbabwe. I met them, and I was one of the few to have read the report, because I was flying to Joburg in the company of General Romano, who was a friend. He passed away, no? And I also took people who had lost their hands in the violence to the South African embassy in Harare. And Romano broke down in tears. How can a liberation movement treat its people like that? He was a broken man. So there's no doubt at all here in South Africa as to the brutality of the regime in Harare. So it amazes me, it angers me, in fact, when I hear the nonsense coming out of people like Mbalula's mouth. They know it. And the report has never been published, the general's report, to this day. That tells you.
The other tragedy is, of course, it's not only the South Africans. Zimbabweans themselves have failed to understand the seriousness of that event. And this was not the only time Mnangagwa has shown total disregard of the Constitution, the rights of ordinary citizens, and even the lives of ordinary citizens. Mnangagwa was out of the country when the 2017 military coup took place. But there's no denying that he was involved. Mnangagwa's name will feature prominently when history comes to be written as a key player in all the blatant rigging of elections in Zimbabwe these last 46 years. He was involved in the blatant cheating. He was involved in the violence that took place, including more killings. So for somebody to suddenly believe him that he is a constitutionalist and will not serve beyond 2028 is naive, to say the very least. But now that Cabinet has approved this constitutional amendment 2026, which seeks not just only to increase Mnangagwa's stay in office beyond 2028, it goes on further. It's now seeking to increase the stay in office of members of parliament and senators beyond 2028. In other words, it seeks to postpone the 2028 elections. This flies in the face of everything one would believe. The people of Zimbabwe, when they voted in 2023, it was on the clear understanding that they are electing members of parliament, senators, and the president for a maximum term of 5 years. Now with this amendment, they're being told those elected officials are now taking it to themselves to extend their term of office beyond the 5 years without going back to the electorate. I can't think of anything more outrageous than that. So I think it is important that as a nation, we really should sit back and ask ourselves, so who presided over the cabinet's approval of the Zimbabwe Constitution Amendment 2026? Was it the constitutionalist Emmerson Mnangagwa, or was it the demonic Emmerson Mnangagwa that the people of Zimbabwe should all know very well by now? In his book, Robert Louis Stevenson wrote an interesting book of a character with divided personality. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think in Zimbabwe, we have got a case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the State House. And we, the nation, are suffering for it. The real tragedy is that many of our people out there filter out all the bad things that Mnangagwa has done these last 46 years and believe only the good things, the few good things, if any at all, because most of it is just propaganda that he has done. I believe the constitutionalist Mnangagwa assured the nation that he was not going to stay beyond 2028, to just calm the nerves down, to allow Mr. Hyde, the demonic Emmerson Mnangagwa, to carry on with his political machinations. The amendment has been approved. This is the point of no return. And those people who keep digging up the videos as if to confront the real Mnangagwa, the demonic Mnangagwa, with the contradictions of the constitutionalists are just wasting their time. If the amendment is approved, Mnangagwa will stay beyond 2028. That is a fact. And we should reconcile ourselves with the reality that we have, like I said, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in State House.